Why in the world would anyone want to leave their home country, away from their friends, their family, their job, their comfort zone, and move across the globe, literally, to Thailand? In my video today, I'm going to share with you what my reasons were and why I chose this region of the world. Let's get into it.
I chose Thailand because I needed a break. If you're new to my channel, I'm Alyssa Madison. Welcome. Two fun facts about me. I absolutely love to travel. I am a huge travel advocate. I cheer my friends on, my social media friends. I cheer them on. I'm giving them the tea, inboxing them. Listen, you're there. This is what you do. I love the adventure, though. I really, really love the adventure. I love finding new things and hidden gems and bringing them to you. But traveling breathes life into us, right? It's like when we go away and then come back home, you're revived, you're renewed. And that's why traveling is important. I've done 2 cross-country trips in the United States. I've been to 4 continents and over 20 countries and counting. And right now, I think my focus is on Southeast Asia. The second fun fact is that I'm also a classically trained union actor. I started in theater and kind of upped the ante and left the East Coast and headed on out to Los Angeles and worked in Hollywood for over 25 years and worked with some of the biggest and baddest and dopest and finest that you guys probably are aware of. To support my efforts in acting, I've also worked in HR and legal for over 10 years.
50,000, non-negotiable.
We'll see you in court.
Surviving a multitude of Hollywood strikes as an actor is not for the meek. So when Hollywood is going on strike, in strike, on strike, coming out of strike, recovering from strike, I travel. One of my favorite comedians, Mike Epps, he was in an interview and they asked him, how come you don't come out with a special 3 and 4 times a year like other comedians do? And my guy, he said, I need material to come up with. And I can't do that if I'm not living. He said, I go and live and then I come back and then that's when I give you the stand-up. I echo those same sentiments. I've been out here for 4 months and I'm just now coming to you. Just to sit here and say, oh, I'm in Thailand with nothing really to say, it's kind of corny. So my story is that I went back to school. How come y'all didn't say it was going to be 7 years for me to finish after the 5th attempt? Oh, I couldn't do anything. Brutal. I could not do one thing. And I couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere. I just felt like I was in jail with privileges to go to the supermarket. I know, it sounds like first world problems, and it is, but it hurts when, your travel buddies are your siblings and they're off gallivanting the streets in another country and I'm studying. That hurts, especially me being an advocate for travel. I'm like cheering everybody on, but it's like, it gets difficult. My story is that I went back to school, 5th and final time. Finally did it, finally graduated back in May. But when I tell you I was unable to do anything, I mean that. I think over COVID, and it might have just been because of COVID, that I was able to, go with my brother to Bermuda, but that was it. I couldn't do anything. So I'm kind of catching up. Missed out on so much. And I'm kind of salty about it. But, such is life. I just was mad because I was tired all the time and, I couldn't goof off on social media like I like to. And, every thought required me to think about what I was about to study about. Like, there was no time for me. There was no time for family. There was no time for my dog. There was no time for there was nothing. And, so I just wanted to unwind and relax, soften up, be zen-like. But the number one reason why I left the United States was gun violence. Life came at me real fast when somebody rolled up on me with a shiny 357 and pointed it at my head and told me to hand over my cell phone. With people around. Philly, I love you, but you're shot out. Oh my gosh. My neighbor's door got kicked in. They stole his French bulldog. I was asked over and over again what kind of dog I had. I had to move the last semester of school during finals because of the safety issue. I moved into a luxury high-rise apartment. They got rid of all the concierges. So now there's people roaming the building. Once again, I'm not safe. I don't feel safe going outside. We had a dog park, luckily. circumferencing the building that allowed me to go out, but I was just uncomfortable. And I don't know about you, but getting robbed is not fun at all. My dog, prior to this one, she passed away at 15. And I love a shiny new convertible every couple of years. I could not get that. I couldn't get it. Wasn't happening in Philly. Wasn't happening. The carjack, there was 1,200 carjacked. They carjacked a congresswoman from the United States government in Philadelphia for her Acura. Made the news and everything. I was like, you know what? Stuff is missing off at the delivery table. The Amazon guy can't come. It was just a mess. And my neighbor was like, Melissa, did you see any of my dog food? And I was like, no, they ran the cameras back. It was the Uber driver dropping off the food and took the food with him. It's time to go. It's time to go. Then I get a knock at the door. I'm thinking it's my neighbor. She and I just got off the elevator. I told her I'm going to run in, grab the poop bags. We're going to take the dogs out. No sooner than I grab Sophie and I get the dog bags. I'm like, why is she knocking at my door? I open up the door, and somebody's like, wanted to know if you wanted some Hello Fresh. What? It's 8:30 at night. How did you get in here? Oh, the concierges ain't there. All right, so now I do not feel safe at all. I don't. My creativity was stifled. Your head is on swivel, you're not creative. But even socially, I was starting to notice every single thing that I like to do, I couldn't do in Philly. So I started losing interest. Everything I love to do revolves around water. Water sports, I mean, everything. And, you know, not being able to go to Atlantic City from Philadelphia for 45 minutes, stick a fork in me, I was done. Time to call a family meeting. My mom was shook because the last time I called a family meeting, I was telling her I moved to LA and that ended up to be 20 years. Now we're at the family meeting. My uncle goes, your parents tell me you're leaving, where you going? I'm going to Thailand. Why are you letting her move to Germany? Now my grandmom is like, just make sure that they have cell towers near you. Oh, Hollywood media images, right. Now we're getting somewhere, got it. See, it's movies like The Hangover 2, which tell a side of like chaos and crime in Bangkok. And while that might be true, there's also years of culture and modernity. The number one reason why I chose Thailand, the people. People make up culture, right? And this is a culture that is derived from Buddhism. Who's coming for Buddhists? Not nobody. Like, I pour into these people. They lent a huge hand in my healing when I first got here. And there's something to do here every single day for me. Water sports, beach, sightseeing, food. Even if I don't want to do anything, I can go downstairs to the pool. Second thing was safety. Coming out of my situation, I got the heavy biometrics. I'm on the 41st, but you ain't getting here. That I feel really, really comfortable right now. In the building, there's security outside. All that, yep. This place has everything. I'd be remiss not to mention the purchasing power here. Our dollar goes a long way. It's affordable out here. I mean, a croissant and coffee is $3, $2-3. Back home, it's $10. And that's before they spin the iPad around to you. It's also a non-tipping culture, which is really, really sad and fascinating all at the same time because this is a service-oriented country. Y'all come out here and don't tip these people, I'm grinding you up. They make 1/7 of what we make. I think it's like the average salary is like $400 or $500 a month. And granted, I guess it's all relative. But still, take care of them when they get here. One unfortunate thing I dealt with almost immediately after I got here was I got into an argument. I said I wasn't arguing with anybody, and it happened. And it wasn't the Thai people, it was us back in the States. Other people from the West, I was not expecting that. I don't know. Y'all can drop down in the comments and let me know if you're watching. Tell me what's going on out here. I got into an argument with somebody almost immediately, and all I did was ask, was the term ladyboy PC over here? And I had heard the term a couple times, like in the store and out and about, but there was snickering, and there was like a negative connotation in the way it, was presented. So he told me, and I quote, "Don't come out here with that PC bull-ish." What? The reason why I asked the question was so I wouldn't offend somebody. Or is it okay? And if it's not, is it derogatory? He told me don't come out here with the Western mentality. I get that. I understand that, but it's the way, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? It's cool, because one thing about me,
I fought worse monsters than you for years in Hollywood. I know how to win the hard way.
like, these instances show who you are. What you're made of, what you will do, what you won't do. My goal is to be an agent of change, not chaos, as a global citizen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and live so I can bring it back to you in Dolby sound and in Technicolor. Look, this is my grandma calling. Did you find a cell phone tower?